around into Second City to kind of fast track them into the main stage of Second City, because traditionally it's been a white male dominated industry, the Second City. So this like so I was a part of this. I was accepted as one of the fellows this year, and that was what you saw online with me, my shirt off on stage, was our last showcase. Like so we doing Second City material, we doing original pieces. So my original piece was Calvin, my R&B single.
Okay, we're gonna get into that, because when I tell you I was double over laughing, I said this is what I need to counterbalance all the bad music out there and all the ridiculousness. We're gonna get to that, because we're gonna play a couple of the songs so people can get a feel for who Calvin is. Calvin. Like I said, don't take my word for Man Crush Monday. You can always log on and actually see Calvin Evans right here live in the flesh and see him there. You can always go online and check it out, because we are on live stream. Like I said, there's so many ways to listen, but you can watch, because remember, our tag is Radio Never Looked.
Never.
So good.
Yeah.
And then you just made it look a little bit better when you came in.
I like that.
What genius do you think came up with that?
Some chick named Nikki was like feeling herself one day. I mean, not like literally, but you know, she was like,
cute one day.
I got this tag and I think we should do this. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like that, because people do get to watch us on live stream. So you can always go online, log in, check it out. You can listen and watch, which I think is a good interactive experience when you can see what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I kind of struggled.
Because, you know, traditionally, a lot of radio people don't look that good.
So do we make the grade?
Oh no!
I mean, you better say y'all winning.
Y'all are winning right now.
We're winning.
Maya, Nikki, y'all just changed the game. Y'all changed the game.
I like it. That's why I got that boy in here. I like it.
We'll go with that. Okay, so there's all this comedy out here. One thing I think is very respectable about Second City is that it's clean comedy. I think if you're truly funny, you don't have to curse.
Absolutely.
You should be able to deliver, you know, a joke. And I mean, I've seen, you know, obviously Nikki a million times. And I think when you can make people laugh and you didn't have to drop an F-bomb or get overly sexual about something, I think that resonates true talent. What kind of attracted you to Second City?
Second City, I mean, being from Chicago, it was like you got.
It's a no-brainer, right?
You got if you
have to.
You're from Chicago, you got to go through Second City. In my opinion, if you're gonna call yourself an entertainer, because if anybody asks me, what have you done in Chicago, I want to be able to say everything. And Second City is just that.
Right. It's like the Harvard of comedy.
Well, it's like the resume. I mean, you're talking about the likes of Tina Fey. We know Tina Fey from 30 Rock, Steve Carell from The Office, Jeff Garlin from Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is one of my favorite shows. The very funny and Gone Too Soon, Chris Farley is from there. I didn't know that Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh, yeah.
From Key and Peele. I didn't know he went to Second City. So it definitely has this resume of people that are really doing big things in comedy.
Absolutely. And I mean, just the to walk the halls of Second City, it's
amazing.
It's unreal, because you see the history, the rich history of Second City, and to be a part of that in some capacities.
Do people come from other places in the country to go to Second City?
Absolutely.
They have Second City in Toronto. They have one in LA. But people come when they come to Chicago. Some people. People graduate high school and be like, I'm going to Second City.
So it's kind of like the flagship.
I had a class with a guy who took the train from St. Louis every weekend and came to Second City and took classes, and then went back every weekend to commute from St. Louis.
Well, I mean, given its history and the people that it's produced and their success, I mean, obviously, if you need any proof in the pudding, it's right there. Yeah. So that's amazing. And I didn't realize how historic it really was until, I mean, she talked about, I guess I kind of downplayed it, Nikki, I'm sorry. It took Calvin.
I get no credit.
To come in and to kind of like, talk it up.
Calvin had to co-sign for me.
He had to co-sign on it. I was like, man, this is like really, really serious. Okay, so obviously you guys learn about the improv part. You do acting, which kind of prepares you for all this. But on your website, let's talk a bit about Calvin. Because is this like your alter ego?
Yes. Yeah. Calvin, it came to me 3 years ago. I always been a fan of R&B music. I listened to R&B before I listened to rap, so it's always been like I love R&B music. And it got to a point where I felt like R&B now isn't about love anymore.
It's right.
So you take love out of R&B. It's just like, we just doing stuff for the night. And I always felt like R&B was overstated. Like, we're gonna do this all night long. We're gonna make it.
Okay. Because you're talking about the track Average Love Song.
Average Love Song.
And that was one of the first ones where I was doubled over laughing. I was like, because that's exactly what I picked up on. I'm like, this is making it real.
That's all she can, yeah.
I'm like, this is making it real. Because these songs embellish things so much. And when we come back from our break, we're going to lead back with that song so people can listen to it. And actually, here's the thing. It sounds really good. Like you put some effort into it. Like the music itself.
I never sang before. I ain't grew up in the church, so I mean, I'm only singing in the bathroom and I'm humming to myself. So when I decided to do the album, I wanted to be like, I want to make something that people will actually listen to. So I really took my time and had to find.
This an LP? These are not just snippets.
No, these are like
these whole songs.
Some of these songs are like 3+ minutes long.
Yeah.
3+ minutes long. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get more acquainted with Calvin and. We're going to listen to the song Average Love. You are tuned into the Maya Akai Show.
The Mob down. It's time to do what you came in for. This ain't your average love song. In fact, it ain't no love song. What we about to do ain't gonna last long. I know you like to go hard, but there's selfish on your part. You don't know my skills, I'ma keep it real, girl. Can I tell you the truth? In 2 minutes I'm gonna be through. We gon' get it in on round 2. This ain't your average love song. In fact, it ain't no love song. What we about to do ain't gonna last long. You ready? I'm about to put it on you real quick. Lay down. Damn. Well, don't act like I didn't tell you. You know what it was. I'm gonna take a quick 10-minute nap. And we gonna start on round 2. Round 2. You think you can make me a sandwich? Pretty please. You're not mad, are you? Don't be mad. I didn't think so. Now I'm listening to you.
Thank you for requesting technical support.
Welcome back to the Maya Akai Show here on 90.5 FM HD radio, and of course on Sirius Radio Channel 432, or perhaps you're listening to us streaming online at iHeartRadio. Applause. That's right. So many ways to listen.
Your radio never sounded better.
Okay, Rob, I agree. It's never sounded better
It never
because I'm on
looked
it
so
now.
good either.
I'm on it, so I agree with that. So this is the first show here, and this is our first installment of Man Crush Monday, which will be every first and third Monday of the month. We'll have featured men here who have not just are attractive, but are doing unique things, and you should know them. So you can always check out Calvin Evans, who's our first, at calvinevanscomedy.com. So that was a song he wrote, Average Love Song, which when I listened to it, I knew exactly where you were going. That was Calvin, a.k.a. Calvin Evans. So seriously, like the music sounds good. It's from the Burgundy album.
Yes.
So first of all, tell us why the name and where'd you get the music from? Because it's actually pretty good.
The name of the album was Burgundy because red is my favorite color, but I feel like burgundy is like one of those like passionate colors. So it was just like at the time I was gonna do a series of just like these mixtapes of like colors, so like burgundy, crimson, just different shades of
Scarlet,
yeah,
just all kinds of
Just
stuff.
making me laugh.
Yeah, but my college friend, his name is Larry McDonald. He goes by the name of Sound Effects. He produced all the music and put everything.
And that was you.
That was me singing.
That was your
That was a
singing.
good job.
I mean, I'm serious.
Actually, that was a good job.
You know, when you first hear it, you're like, okay, I'm sure this is supposed to be comedic, but it sounds really serious. And you start listening to the lyrics. And the reason that song made me laugh, Average Love Song, is because it goes against everything you hear on the radio about, baby, I'm gonna do it to you all night.
Absolutely.
This is like, I'm a solid 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
That's all you're getting from
That's
him.
all you're getting. And I just thought that was like so funny because of that. So very creative. So was this something you just did because you felt like, you know what, I want to kind of expand what I'm doing comedy wise? Like, kind of, what was the motivation behind Calvin?
The motivation was I wanted to take a chance because I always wanted to be a singer.
You wanted to be in a group.
I want not a group. No, I want to be solo. I want to
you
be Flash. I want to be out front. So this was like, okay, if I put comedy in, like you soften the blow with comedy. So if I come out as an R&B singer, they like, no, you're terrible. If it's bad, but if I say, oh, I'm just joking, you can kind of just leave
so
it where
you
it's
was
at.
playing it off.
Yeah, I'm just playing. That's
He
not
was
real.
trying to pull a Jamie Foxx. Like, it might
Right.
work until you sing the national anthem and then people go, oh, yeah, no.
But Jamie Foxx is one of my heroes. Comedically, like as an entertainer, he's one of my heroes. So I didn't think it was that bad. I feel like if you close your eyes, if you weren't looking at his face, struggling to get the notes out,
The struggle face.
he had to struggle.
He had the
face.
struggle
like all of that. It was hard, but I mean, I didn't think it was that
Yeah,
bad.
could have did better than that. And I think Jamie's talented. I really do.
He's
Yeah.
extremely talented.
He's very talented. So you said he's like one of your kind of comedic heroes. Who else kind of, I guess has inspired you in the comedy realm?
From a young age, I think Jamie Foxx was the first person I saw, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to play the piano. I want to
Really?
be funny.
Yeah.
I want he just.
Do you play the piano?
Act a little bit. I can play a little bit. I taught myself how to play. So.
Oh wow, okay.
That means
Self-taught
no.
musician as well. Okay.
And
You
then,
play chopsticks. Dun, 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 dun.
Not even that. No, I you know what? I skipped all the basics. I just went to learn how to play songs.
You just went the key of life.
I'm
you
like,
just
man,
skipped
let's-
chopsticks and went
Yeah,
straight to the
I'm
key
like,
of life. Okay.
Okay.
Let's play some Jodeci or something.
See?
you know?
Okay.
But after Jamie Foxx, I had to say Bernie Mac because he's from Chicago.
God, I love Bernie Mac.
And he was just a force to be reckoned with when it came to comedy. Like like unconventional. Like he wasn't the good looking lead man at first. The way he talked, everything about him went against the grain. And for so long, Hollywood kind
Wouldn't shun him. Yeah, they wouldn't let
it's
him in.
And then for him to persevere through that and then become
Where he was.
and then for us to lose him that earlier, it was like I feel like I got robbed.
And I honestly believe that part of the reason that Steve Harvey can be so successful is because of a lot of the groundwork that Bernie Mac put down.
Yeah.
He did like the Mac the Night, and then he started doing, all kinds of stuff.
A lot of people don't know about the Midnight Mac, the show he had
Yeah.
on Showtime. It was like a variety show, comedy.
It was
singers.
good.
It was a lot of people don't know.
And then he had the Bernie Mac show, which I think really had a good following and people watched it. They really, really liked it. It was a respectable sitcom,
Right.
to say the least.
Right.
So I think he really kind of opened a lot of doors for a lot of comedians of color to be able to kind of get into that realm. Like you said, he wasn't that traditional guy. He didn't have the look, but he was funny.
Absolutely, it's easy to take Bill Bellamy and say, "Hey, we're gonna put you on the show," and because he has that appeal. But Bernie Mac is like, you got. And he always said, I got to work harder than the average. I got to work harder than the average bear.
Right.
So every time you saw him, he giving you 110%.
You get under 10%. It was always a good laugh. So, all right. So we know some of the people that inspired you in comedy. So let's talk about, let's really get into who is Calvin Elvins outside of being a comedian. Sports management. Now, I'm very passionate about sports. Love it. I see you did sports management. I saw your post on Facebook about LeBron.
Yeah.
You do know, though, the absence of Kyrie Irving is huge for him.
Absolutely.
It makes a difference in this series.
LeBron, and like I said, I commend LeBron James because he took. Right now, he's playing with like a ragtag team. He's playing with the bench players against a bunch of starters. So it's like the replacements and LeBron, and he killing himself.
Well, he no matter what happens in the series, people can't disrespect him. He's done more than you can expect from one guy.
He averaging almost a triple-double a game. Just almost. His numbers are ridiculous, but it's like if you don't have that extra push in the fourth quarter, you're going to lose every time.
So, I see you've got your jump man hat on, Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
So when people talk about Jordan, they talk about LeBron. What's your thoughts on that?
You can't compare that. I don't even watch sports, and I know better than that.
I'm from Chicago. I own 150 pair of Air Jordan shoes.
He actually does.
Are you serious?
God,
So what's the net worth of that collection?
I'm
look,
finna tell you right now.
He's probably
I got an app. It's gonna tell me.
Oh my God, there's an app for that?
It's an app.
He has a show for that. He will tell you about shoes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's called Kicks and Comedy. Kicks, KICKSX KOMEDY.
This is on your YouTube channel, right? Did you have?
Yes.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We went to the Nike outlet one time. We were doing a show. We were stopped at a Nike. He told me every make, what foam it was made out, leather. I was like, "Are you serious? I just want a pair of shoes for my son."
Wow.
He went in.
They don't have all my shoes on here, but out of the 114 pairs that's on this app, it's worth $27,015.
What's your address?
Yeah, you might not want to put that out there because you might come home and your
Give me your
collection.
address.
That is what's weird about what you just said. It seems like those shoes have held their value. I'm assuming you must have never worn these shoes.
Well, no. I mean, I wear them. I mean, but because of the number of them, I don't beat them up. It take a long time.
So you just don't wear them very often. That's $27,000 for a gym shoe collection. That's craziness. But that's the magic of Michael Jordan, obviously.
Absolutely.
I don't know that anybody will be able to duplicate what he has
Never.
done when you talk about that.
I look at Michael. He was one of the people growing up that I looked up to.